I'm laughing, that little frog, and my knees started to go like, then I caught the corner of my eye. Claire's doing the full jumps and everything. Right, this is the second live hour of her Pink Frog Crafts. Very busy hour earlier on. In fact, we had lots of sellouts to a point where, Claire, we haven't got that much left, really, have we?
We haven't, although I think Andrew's been on the phone and I think we've got some happy hours.
Have we?
I think so.
We will have to tell you about those then. Oh, you need to shop ahead on them as well. Don't forget, when it's a happy hour deal, the price is only relevant for the current hour. The price will go back up on the dot when the clock strikes 2 o'clock in this case. Now, let's start with the new todays that we have got left, of course. Let's have a look at this first one. Oh, this is fabulous, actually. We've got the True Bright White Linen. This is your unscored card. Now, Claire, we've got the 15 by 42 centimetre as the size. Not only do you get the cardstock, we're getting, of course, those wonderful folds, aren't we?
Yeah,
and the
so
frames.
You'll get your 10 folds and we're giving you the frames as well. So you've got creativity there all ready to go.
Amazing. Now, yours won't look like this all laminated, of course. These have been done for us, but you can see exactly what you're getting there. So you can create those frames, you can create all those different scores, all using the cardstock exactly as it is, so you don't have to worry about cutting it down. Now, you're getting 50 sheets here. The texture is absolutely gorgeous. It is linen. Now, I've got a little swatch here, just with some ink on, so hopefully we can see how this really picks up the detail. A lovely weight of card, being 300 GSM as well.
It's absolutely beautiful, and it's got that linen texture, but you can still do lots of things on it, because that's what we wanted. So it's something we've been looking for a long time.
Of course.
But it had to be right. It's Pink Frog. It had to be just more than linen, really. So the fact we can still ink on it, we can still stamp on it, we can still spritz on it, we can emboss it, we can die cut it. We wanted it to do all of those things, as well as give you that beautiful, beautiful linen feel.
Beautiful, and if you do leave it just as it is, you can see that beautiful. It says True Bright White, and it is gorgeous, because white comes in so many different shades, doesn't it? Sounds silly, but it does. You can get grey whites, yellow whites, you know, off whites. This is really, really beautiful, very crisp.
It is, and it will be the same all the time as well. So if you order it now and then you reorder it later, it will be exactly the same. So you never have to worry about like keeping it in batches and things like that.
And can we emboss beautiful? I can see a card that I did show actually that's got embossing on there, so it's not going to crack if you use your embossing folders?
Yeah, you can use embossing folders. I embossed a die with it this morning as well, and then you can heat emboss on it as well. So
beautiful.
Yeah.
Just showing you a few more samples here as I give the details. Oh, I like that. That's clever, isn't it? £16.49 is going to get you 50 sheets. Remember, all at 300 GSM, all with those instructions for those different folds as well. We're just showing you a few of the techniques that you're going to create. I can tell you half of the stock has gone on this one as well. Absolutely gorgeous. Brand new today. 708655 is the item number. Right, now then, we have got more for you. This next one is my personal favourite, I think. Well, you're loving it as well. Now, once it's gone, it's gone. It's another one of those. How it didn't disappear earlier on, I have no idea, but we've still got the Misty Grey. Now, I love how this has been curled around, because normally we flex the card, Claire, and it's catching the light, but that just shows it off so beautifully.
It does.
Isn't that gorgeous?
It just shows it. Yeah, I just love it. It's such a beautiful colour as well. So that's kind of, I would say, like a minky grey. It's got kind of like a brown undertone with it. Yeah, so looks beautiful with all kinds of colours with it as well. Nice with like oranges or a nice warm pink as well.
Oh yeah, oh the pink for sure. Same size, it's 15 by 42, so we get the folds with this one as well, the 10 folds in the frames. Now if I just show you a couple of cards as well, so you can see how it does work with those different colours. Obviously we've got white card here that has been stamped a little bit of colour that complements beautifully. Did you notice the gold flecks within the card? But it doesn't mean you can't put it with silver as well. How wonderful is that? Beautiful. £12.99. You've got a £5 saving. We are busy on that one. Remember, once it's gone, it's gone. So quickly check your baskets out, I would say, on this one. 840108 is the item number. Now, another favourite is ice gold. Oh, this is gorgeous. Maybe if you want to do something a little bit more luxurious, wedding invitations, christening invitations. To be fair, though, look at the price here. This could be your everyday cards, Claire, with that luxury.
Definitely. It takes it from just being that you'd keep for special to just using it everyday card making. And again, you'll see on the samples we've stamped on it, we've inked on it. So, you know, we've changed the colour quite a lot on it as well.
Now, if we look closely at this one again, you can see you can just catch that little bit of glitz. It's not glittery, it's got that beautiful sheen to it, but it is stunning. And both sides, isn't it, as well? It's not just one side. So whichever way you turn this, however you fold it or score it. But when you start to use your inks, I'm going to try and catch the light with this next sample I'm going to show in a second, because it picks up that lovely sheen with your inks. Now this is 260 GSM, so not all printers would take it, but if your printer would take, and you want to cut this down and put it through your printer, I love these cardstocks, Claire, because the ink on the printer picks up that sheen as well.
It does, so both with your printer and with your stamps as well. So those brown butterflies look embossed, but they're not, they're just flat stamped. But because of the sheen on the card, you can just see it coming through.
It's beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. Look at that price again, only £12.99. Another £5 saving there for you. One last card, 075077. I think I've got that one upside down. There you are. Could go either way actually, that, wouldn't it? It could. There we are. Right, okay, now we've got more when it comes to the same size cardstock. So again, the 15x42, we've got the ice crystal. Now, in the studio, it's a little bit difficult sometimes to tell on the camera, but there is a difference with this, isn't there, Claire?
There is. So it's the shimmer in this is the crystal, so it's got a bit more of a shimmer, but its undertone, I would say, is a little bit creamier than the other one.
Do you know, I'm going to grab a piece of the previous card and try not to destroy. Yeah, it's not going to stay there now, is it? This is what happens, you see, when I touch anything. I'm going to put the two together so you can see the difference. If I just pop that one in between like that. Oh yes, you can definitely see the difference. So the one that's moving there, that's the ice gold, and we're looking at the ice crystal. Big difference actually when you put them together.
Yeah, one's definitely much creamier than the other, and it's the flecks in it which give it its name rather than its base colour.
Yeah, definitely. Well, another one to pop into your baskets with a £5 saving, just £12.99. 604165 is the item number. I'm going to lay that cardstock down because I know it's going to fall on the floor. Right, okay. Let's have a look at the next one. Same size again. You can't leave without checking this out in your baskets as well. You are going to get your true black here, 280 GSM. You've got, well, fantastic. This is coming with those instructions again. All of these in this size.
Yeah,
every one of those.
Every single one of them will come with the 10 folds and the frames.
Yes. Oh my word. 491887. If you are wanting to cut this down and use it for matting and layering, you can. If you do want to cut it down and use it with the embossing folders, but make use of those wonderful scores as well. Those different folds that we've got, the boxes, the frames. It's all there for you to use. £16.49 on this one. You've got 280, as I say, is the GSM. So a really good weight yet again. 50 sheets, 491887 as a reminder of that number there. Actually, can I just show a couple more samples on this one as well? Because these are really lovely. Is this one of the frames that we get the instructions for, Claire?
It is. So we've cut the card down to do that. But yeah, and the thing is, once you've got the frame instructions, you can do your frames in lots of different sizes as well.
Wonderful. Love the effects. Look how you can work with those different mediums with your black card as well. Your heat embossing, your waxes. Oh, it just goes on and on, doesn't it? Wonderful. I love to see just the white embossing powder on your black card as well.
Yeah, it's just so elegant, isn't it? It is elegant, there you go, I'd find the word.
Yeah. White or your silver, as you saw in that sample there. Now, we have got more for you as well. We're moving away from that particular size card now. We've got some dies for you. You might have spotted one or two samples around the studio using some of these. Now, we've got Britannia dies for you, so I'm just going to bring this in. So, we've got the Elegant Edge die, which is this one here. There we are. Now, I have got some samples again to show you. These are the sorts of dies, Claire, you don't appreciate what you've got until you see them cut out.
No, definitely not. The Elegant one was the one we used on the 9 o'clock show this morning. Okay. So we've used it to do a whole little wedding, folded envelope, but we've not only cut it, but we used the Pink Frog Easy Embossing mat as well, and we've embossed that shape as well. So
that's elegant.
It's just beautiful. There's just so much you could do. So gatefolds meeting in the middle, over the top, kind of, you know, if you're doing pockets and things like that, they make great pockets.
Oh, wonderful pockets. And you could, you know, you can make the depth of the solid bit whatever you want, can't you? So great with the cardstock that we've just been through as well.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant.
Fantastic.
The linen cuts beautifully.
Absolutely beautiful. £10.99, that's all it is. A really good substantial die there as well. 447500 is the item number. Now we've got another one for you. Let's bring the details up for this one. This is the Daisy Edge. So let's look at the details for this one. £14.99. I have got another sample to show you as well. Same thing applies. You know, you don't appreciate what you've got there until you see it.
Yeah, you see it cut out and it's just so much, it's kind of daintier than it looks. And you can just see that little daisy right in the middle as well.
Oh. And I'm going to turn this around because whichever way you put it, it works, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So again, your gate folds, your Z folds, look at that. That is so, and you could snip that away and just use the framework on its own or the edge on its own.
Yeah.
Oh, in fact, you could take away bits on the outside and have that piece in the middle as well. So there's, oh, you could cut out just that centre bit and build them up like ornate petals in a flower.
Definitely. And you could use like just snip the other bits and use them as like just like flourishes around things. You know, when sometimes you've got a flower and you want to pop something behind it, just snip away and you've got all kinds of flourishes.
Very, very useful indeed. 026298. Now we've got more for you. We've got wedding dies. Now these come together, so I've got a board to show you exactly what you're getting. Let me bring this in again. Very useful, isn't it? Maybe you've got invitations, maybe you're going to a wedding, maybe you're making albums, cards, thank yous. You know, it just goes on and on, doesn't it? And actually, the horseshoe doesn't have to be for a wedding at all.
No, it doesn't. It can just be for good luck as well.
It could.
So what's nice about this set is it's kind of quite generic, but you can kind of mix and match it as well. So you can use the elements obviously together or separate them out as well.
Wonderful. Great price on this one as well, because you're getting all of those for £19.49. You've got a £6 saving there. 198264 is the item number. Now, we did promise some happy hours, didn't we? We better tell you about these because we did say shop ahead, but we're 11 minutes in. So if you haven't spotted them already, oh my word, look at this. Oh, somebody's been generous. Now, oh, it's not. It is Friday, but it's not Black Friday. But we are going to save £12, I believe. We'll change that. Are we saving £12? We are. Look at this, absolutely beautiful. Your mirror card here. I've got some cutouts to show you. That'll help, won't it? Using the die actually from previous. Oh, one of them. Look at that.
Yeah, so we've cut out the die, but then we've also used it to emboss as well. So that second one's just embossed. So obviously you can use it to emboss your dies, but also your embossing folders will work as well. And then just obviously where we tend to use it, matting and layering, but it can be so much more.
Wonderful. It is a great price, isn't it? £11.99. I'd say get 2 lots of that. You're not paying any more than you would normally would. Or if you wait until just 1 minute past 2 o'clock, that price is going to go back up anyway. So definitely multi-buy on that one. 100526 is the item number. Now, just to the side of me here, we've got one of our favourites. It's our staple, isn't it? It's a super smooth. So 300 GSM, so your construction weight again then, Claire.
Yeah.
Always a good deal, but we've got £5 off.
That's a really good deal.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
160 sheets. These are A4. £16.98, and we've always talked about, and we show you the boards when we have shows, you know, the different techniques. There's multiple techniques that you're going to achieve with the Super Smooth. 617168 is the item number. So 2 fantastic happy hour deals for you there. Now, we do have more when it comes to Super Smooth on the show for you, so we're just going to give you some details of a different size. You didn't get to see this earlier. £12.99 is going to get you 75 sheets. Now, if I just reach back and pick one of these up, you'll recognise that these are the same size as the initial cards that we had on the counter. So it's your 15 by 42.
It is, yeah. That's an amazing price.
Does that mean we get the templates with this as well?
You do, yeah.
Yay! £12.99 for 75 sheets. Fantastic. 531355 is your item number there. Now, if you pop onto the website, there's loads more to see. We did have sellouts this morning. Don't forget about the grey mist. I think once that's gone, it's gone. We know that's very, very busy. We've got your consumables there as well. Look at the 5-star reviews. Oh, if anybody's watching and you're going to tune into my Sugar Buttons crochet shows, the EVA glue that Pink Frog do is what I stick the eyelashes on with. So fantastic for that. I get asked that question no end. One of my favourite stamps is there, the chrysanthemum. Some beautiful stamps. Look at these reviews. Wonderful, absolutely wonderful. Some great prices for you. Do take your time to have a good look through. Lots to see, an awful lot to see. But something else we do want to see is demonstrations from our Claire. So what are we starting with, Claire?
We're going to do a little bit of marbling.
Are we?
Shaving foam marbling.
Oh, can't wait.
But before we do, I just want to show you kind of the texture and how easy it is to kind of if you don't want the white on white, how easy it is to bring out the texture. This is just one of the little distress cubes, and if I literally just wipe this over here, you just see that texture start to pop.
That could almost be weathered wood as
it
well.
It could, especially if you embossed lines in it first, you'd get that look really easily. But that's how easy it is if you want to drag a little bit more of that texture out, if you really want to see it.
Beautiful.
But let's do some marbling. So I've already sprayed some shaving foam. Doesn't need to be posh, almost the cheaper the better, to be honest.
Oh, that's good news.
And I'm going to use our pearly winks.
Oh, we love a bit of pearly winks. We do have these available.
Yeah, so these are from our set of essentials that we do with them that got the 7 in, and I've got anemone blue and magenta, and I am just going to spray them in here.
Oh, look at these colours straight away. Oh, these are my
sorts
sorts
of colours. Looks like ice cream, don't eat it.
Oh, wow.
So I like it quite bright, and then use whatever you've got and just give it a good old swirl about.
That really breaks it up, doesn't it, with the white
again? It does, and I was ready. I knew I'd got this out somewhere, so let's pop that away.
Okay.
And then all we're going to do is basically dip our paper into that. I'm going to have some paper ready.
Okay.
So this is our linen card, and I am just going to pop it in here.
So you're just pressing it down slightly on top, but not dunking it right in,
I don't particularly need it over the back, so I'm going to do that. Okay. And I'm going to lift it up, and obviously it's still got quite a lot of shaving foam on. For me, I find a ruler the easiest thing to use.
Oh my word,
and
look at that!
And I don't know how shaving foam works, but this is dry to touch straight away. So this is why, this was one of the first techniques I tried with the linen, because I was like, oh, you know, it does actually take water quite well, but I thought I'll try something that doesn't make it too wet, and it just comes out beautifully.
That is stunning, isn't it? And then when that has really dried off and you start to, you know, build onto that background, you've got that lovely texture, you've got those gorgeous colours, and you're going to get different results every single time.
You do, you get completely different results, and I love that. And then what I love is because that card is so white, where you get the white coming through, you get a real pop of white come in as well.
Do you know, I can see roses in there, you know.
Yeah, it's great for die cutting
yes.
flowers and things like that, and all kinds of bits and pieces. But let's turn it into a card. So I have taken one of our 15 by 42s, and I've just folded it at 21, which gives us a top fold note card, and I do love a top fold. So I'm then going to, because I want a front panel, I've cut a front panel and I've stamped Just For You on there, and that is from our typewriter sentiments. And then this is just a bigger piece of marbling. So you can see I've done basically like long sheets of 15 by 42 at home, kind of in a big tray. But I thought we'd just do a small bit today. But you can see, you know, in all sizes it comes out really well. So let's pop this down. I've just inked the edges with a little bit of distress ink as well to give
just to frame it a little
just to. And I didn't want to cover up all of my linen card, because what I love about the linen is its crispness, the fact that it's adding a little bit of texture. So I wanted to keep some of that. So we are going to pop that down at a lovely jaunty angle.
Oh, I didn't expect that.
So we'll let that stick, and we will find some scissors.
Now the difference between the linen and the super smooth is obviously you've got the texture of the linen, haven't you?
Yeah.
And also, is there a difference with the whites then? Because we've got the true bright of the linen. Is the super smooth a slightly different sort of white?
Yeah, I think this one is a little bit brighter than the super smooth. I should have them together really.
They're both 300 GSM though, so great construction weight.
So
the linen would be fantastic for your gift bags, your boxes as well.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm sure we can do it in the bigger sizes. So that is the front of my card.
That looks brilliant.
And I am just going to, what should we do? We'll do this. And I'm going to put this, because I want this as a full panel, but I don't want a matten layer. I want the panel to cause its own shadow.
Okay.
So that will give me just that lift will give me a little bit of a, you know, that's my mat basically, that lift. So these are our foam pads.
We do have these available as well. Do you know, I keep saying I need foam pads and then I forget to stock up. But this is a great way of doing it. Look, you've got a £5.50 saving. What you're actually getting here is a whole collection. So you're getting the foam sheets, the roll and the foam pad roll. We'll show you a picture. That makes a lot more sense, doesn't it? So different sizes of the foam pads, you've got different thicknesses there. Of course, you can cut everything down as well, but it's great to have those larger squares on the roll as well, because it gives you more options when it comes to cutting down. Or stability with your cards, if you're doing those big layers.
I love a raised front on a card, especially when I'm doing kind of that clean and simple look.
Yeah.
I don't always want an extra matte and layer. I just want white on white, and so this lifted front works really well on here.
This is a great card for a teenager, actually.
And you could use whatever colours you wanted with it as well. I'm not sure that's straight, but it will suffice for now. There we go. So we've got that. Then I've gone ahead and I have stamped one of our butterflies. So again, this is stamped onto linen. I am going to admit I did this in a stamping platform just because of the detail on it, but 2 goes and it was there. And I've used the VersaFine Twilight because again I didn't want it to be too dark in there.
That's a lovely stamp, actually.
It is. That's from our Butterfly Wishes set.
We've just brought the details though. Actually, I've not seen this one before.
Have you not?
I don't think I have. 20 stamps in this one set. Oh, look at this. Oh, that is gorgeous, isn't it?
So, what I want to do is add a little bit of colour to our butterfly. Okay. So, I am just going to scribble this on. A bit of blue. And a bit of pink.
Are these watercolours by any chance then, Claire?
They are. So, I wouldn't flood this paper, but I did want to show you that you can basically drag the colour on it. So this actually isn't just water. What I've put in here is our Pearlywink. So again, the one that comes in that set of 7, this is the Pearl Mist Diamond Pearl. And I've put it in a water brush. So this becomes basically
it's
your
like
own.
A sparkle pen.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. So the colour's gone down with the pencils.
Yeah.
Oh my word, look at this already, how the colours are coming out.
Already just starts to come together.
And then you've got that instant shimmer.
Yeah. And you can just keep going and there you go. So I'm not adding an awful lot of moisture to this. I'm just letting it kind of flow through the pen.
You've got control, haven't you, with those brushes?
Yeah.
So you know, unless you squeeze the barrel too much, it's not going to give you too much water, is it?
So, and you can say I am just really just scribbling on here, and then just dragging that colour across.
Oh, that's such a lovely effect, isn't it?
And you know, it then will dry with that sparkle on it as well.
Gorgeous.
So there you go. Obviously, we've got one that I've finished colouring in somewhere. Oh, I did a pinky one that time. So yeah, just go through watercolour pencils. But yeah, I haven't added an awful lot to those. But yeah, that sparkle is just lovely on it. So I have got
all this set. You're getting 20 stamps for £14.95.
It's a
the details are on the screen if you need them.
beautiful set. It is a set I keep going back to. I am going to pop this together with my 3D glue gel. In fact, I'm going to stick the middle of my card in first because that'll be easier. So again, we've just done another panel exactly the same size. So I've actually cut that to 14 by 20. I've put another piece of marble and stuck with love on it. And I'm just going to put that because I do like to bring the outside of my card in. I think it's something that can just lift your cards to the next level. Just by, you know, just bringing, you know, it might just be a tiny bit of colour or a matching stamp.
And it really shows that you've put a lot of thought into that card.
Yeah. So
I adore the background. I think to have that on the inside as well, and I simply love how you've got that angle, rather than it just being a flat piece.
And again, just something like that just makes it look a bit more creative.
Yeah.
And you know what, if you're not great at sticking stuff on straight, go for angles. Just go for it, because if you stick it at an angle that's really an angle, nobody can tell it's not supposed to be straight.
Of course.
I'm going to pop a blob of glue gel down, and then I can just pop some little sprigs. Like you say, we could have cut bits down from that daisy dye, couldn't we?
Yes, the daisy or the
daisy
edgy dye would have worked beautifully.
Put a bit more of that in there. This does mean when I stand it up, it'll all fall off, but you know.
We do have these sprigs available as well. I don't think I've seen those before either. Oh, it's the leaf flourish and the small ivy.
They are one of my favourites.
I'm not surprised.
They're just a great filler.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, that is so
there you go. I'm going to try and stand it up.
Absolutely beautiful.
But it may all fall off because of the glue gel. No, we're good, we're good, we're good.
Oh, I love that.
Don't breathe, it'll be fine. But yeah, how simple as well.
It is gorgeous, it really is. Well, you can recreate that, of course, for yourself, using the cardstock, using the products we've got on the show today, the stamps, the dies, it's all there for you. Let's have another little recap of the cardstock we've got available. Now remember, anything that's got 15 by 42 as the centimetre size, so we've got various different options, they will all come with a template. So you've got 10 different folds, you've also got the frame templates as well. Now we're looking at a brand new today, so the true bright white linen, we've just seen it there with that technique and it works so well, doesn't it? 300 GSM, so definitely construction weight if you want to make those gift boxes or those little bags as well. 708655 is the item number, and it's only £16.49 for those 50 sheets. Beautiful texture on there. Then something else that has been very, very popular, I am not surprised. The only thing I'm surprised about is that we've still got stock. There's 70% of it gone though now. If you're loving this one, the Misty Grey, oh my word, it is gorgeous. If we come in nice and close again, you can see almost that gold fleck in there. But you know, you can see, looking at it, how many different colours are going to go with this. The pinks, the greys, the blues, those oranges that Claire mentioned. Fuchsia pink would look beautiful here as well. If I just pick a couple of cards that wants to show you again. You know, silver with the gold, it works beautifully. Rose gold would go with that. Copper would go with it as well. £12.99 is the price here. We've got a £5 saving today, which is very generous, seeing as it's a new today. 260 GSM, so still a really, really good weight. You can do all sorts of techniques with this one as well. 840108 is the item number there. Gorgeous, I love that. Right, moving on, we've got more. We've got the ice gold for you. Same thing applies. It's the same size cardstock here, pre-cut for you. Another 260 GSM, another 50 sheets. So we've got the ice gold here. It's quite a white one, this one, with the gold flecks in there. And it's, you know, it doesn't matter which way you use it. You've got that lovely shimmer on both sides, so you don't have to worry about folding this back or getting it the wrong way around. It's going to work every single time. I adore printing on cardstock like this. It just works beautifully with your printer ink. And of course, you can die cut, you can shape, you can emboss, you can heat emboss. All of those techniques will apply again. Your inks will look divine, picking up that shimmer from underneath with whatever colours you want to choose. 075077 is the item number on this one. Another £5 saving, so just £12.99 for those 50 sheets again. Great value. Right, the ice crystal, so kind of a similar sort of shimmer to this one, but it's a little bit more creamy. But you will see, if we can get it, it's difficult to get this on the camera, but you'll catch the odd little glint, I think, as we come in nice and close. But when the light catches this properly, it will be so beautiful. All those different techniques can be used again. Another one with 15 by 42, so those templates will apply. You've got your unscored car, of course, that same thing applies across the board with these, but 250 GSM on this one, so the GSM will vary depending on the colours. 604165 is the item number on this one. Your £5 saving does apply again. £12.99 is all it is for today. Now, the true black. Do you know, if you're putting anything into your basket, I think you need to put this in as well. You can't go wrong with it, can you? All those different techniques. I love the fact we've got samples again with embossing, we've got heat embossing, we've got different colours that have been used here as well. Made frames with these. You've got the same size again, the 15 by 42, so you're going to get those templates. £16.49 is going to get you 50 sheets, a really good weight again on this one, 280 GSM. There's all sorts of techniques here. Look, you've got the heat embossing, there's some colour on there as well. You can use your gilding waxes. Oh my word, look at the frame. That's like a modern piece of art, isn't it? If I just turn that to the side so you can see the depth of that. You can create those frames because you've got that construction weight. 491887. is the item number there. Right, the mirror card. Oh, we're back to a happy hour then, aren't we now? Now, this is your Mirror H. What does the H mean then, the Mirror H?
It's basically the highest quality of mirror card you can get. So it basically, it's like it's reflective value.
Got you.
So yeah, if you look, you can basically see your face in that.
Well, I could probably, I'm not very good at this, but I could probably find something around the studio, but you know, it's very reflective. I don't know what I'm looking at, but it's there. You can see it moving. $11.99 is the price on this one. You can die cut again, you can emboss, use your alcohol inks on there as well. That would be a lovely technique. Look at this, this is half price, 100,526. We're giving you 40 sheets there at 260 GSM, so another wonderful weight. Now we've got the A4 Super Smooth, always a popular choice because you can do so much with it. Perfect for your stamping, your alcohol pens, you know, your different techniques with your inks and your faux bleaching and all sorts of things. Throw your salt on it and do all those things as well. Of course, the technique that Claire did show us with the linen card is perfect on the Super Smooth as well. You're getting 160 sheets, 300 GSM, only $16.98. A £5 saving is to be had there as well. 617168 is the item number. Now we do have the Super Smooth in the 15x42 as well, so those templates will be yours if you're going for this particular option. Another great one at $12.99, you're getting 75 sheets there. Remember, these are unscored, so that gives you the ability to score in many different ways, following those templates or doing other things that you decide to do with them. 531355 is the item number for that one. There we go. So let's head back to Claire, right down to the other end of the counter again. Over to you, Claire.
Right, so we're going to do a bit of a twist on a trifold. So you've got your trifold instructions, so we would do exactly the same. So I would score, as the instructions say, at 14 and 14.
Okay.
But once you've got these and you've had a play, there's nothing to stop you kind of going, oh, what if I did another bit? So I am now going to score at 7 as well.
Ah.
And what that's going to give me is when this one comes in, that'll be a little fold back there. So it's kind of bringing almost like two folds together. So then that'll open out and we've got that little bit there. What I have done is I've gone ahead and I've got a mat and a layer. I'm just going to move that one out of the way. Stay. And let's move that, there you go. So what we've done is I've gone ahead, I've cut a mat for the front of this, but then I've just die cut a circle in the middle as well.
Okay.
So all of a sudden, not only is this like a different shape, but we can kind of do like
how clever is
pop
that?
throughs and things like
I love
that.
Claire.
So, you know, if you see something in one size, just think, oh, I wonder if I could do that. And it's just one extra score we've popped in there. That's it. So let's give this a bit of stamping, because we love a bit of stamping. And I'm going to use your favourite stamp. I'm going to use the chrysanthemum.
Oh, I love this. If you've
go.
never seen this stamp before, you need it. It's a must-have. Oh, just hearing, we haven't got an awful lot of stock left of this one either. You need to be quick. Look if we've got anything. Honestly, when you see, look at that straight away. That's all you need to do. Just do that one stamped image, Claire, and that's it. I've fallen in love with it all over again.
There you go. Well, what we've also done, I'll get to that in a minute because I just want to, I'm going to add some leaves, so I am going to mask this off a little bit.
Okay. You're getting 12 stamps in this set.
So I have just done, I've stamped that same stamp onto some masket and then just cut round it.
Not too difficult to cut out either, is it?
No, not at all. I mean, I decided to treat myself to shiny new masks, so that's what I sat and did one kind of
I've just had a
evening
thought,
on holiday.
Claire.
Go on.
I'm going to ask you a question. First of all, I'm going to let everybody know we've got the masket sheets, 10 sheets for $9.99. These are A4, which are reusable, of course, if you're using them for the techniques that Claire is using. But I'm thinking back to your first demonstration. If we die cut a masket shape, let's say it could be an oval, it could be whatever you want. Let's say we're going for an oval. Put that into the middle of the card. Yeah. And then we did the shaving foam technique over the top and swiped away the foam before taking off the masket. You'd have like an aperture. Would that work?
I've done it with heat embossing. So if you heat emboss your card before you marble it, you still get the heat embossing coming through as well.
Do you?
Yeah.
So it acts as a resist in the same way it would for an ink. So it's not going to stay. Oh.
Yeah. So I'm using, just in case you think this is a bit pale, I am using a grey ink because I wanted it to have a little bit of a softer feel to it. So I can take those off.
Oh, that stamp, it's got limited stock, everybody.
Oh, so what we've also done with this stamp is I have stuck together 2 pieces of funky foam. So it's just like kids craft foam. 2 together. I've stamped this on it and then cut it out. So it's basically going to give me a solid. Now I did this on a show the other day, but I've had a few questions about it, so I thought we'd come back and revisit it. So all I did was stamp on it, cut round it, and then I've just used a bit of tape to stick it to my block.
I know what you're going to do. I was at home watching you one day, and you did show a sample, and you said, oh, I did show how to do this on a show, and I thought, I need to find that show, and I couldn't find it.
Oh, there you go.
So I'm so pleased that you've brought this back.
Because I haven't cut this out perfectly, and in some ways I don't want it to be, because I want it to have that, you know, like lino printing, you know, where you've got an edge and then you've got a colour, and then it just does that. So again, for those of you who maybe like me, quite like a bit of colouring, but you know, I'm not the world's best, this is a great way to add colour and add a lot of colour really quickly.
That is genius. And actually you could put different colours on there in one go. You could do sort of an ombre effect,
or you could go back in fact, there you go, it's a different blue there. I'll probably hate it, but you know, let's give it a go. So I can go back over that now and just added a different blue. I've used a different type of ink, so it might not react so well, but yeah, you can just see.
Yeah. No, it's worked. Look, you can see that
it's just gone a little bit through. Yeah.
How clever.
So yeah, you can spritz them as well. You can spritz the stamp.
And of course you could even go in with your fine liners and add 1 or 2 little dots or something.
Definitely, or you know, because you've stamped on it, you can then obviously go in with your pencils if you wanted to add a little bit more definition. But as simple as that.
Oh, guess what?
Is it gone?
It's gone. That stamp has gone. Oh, well done, everybody. You're going to love it. You are going to love it. We've still got the cardstock though, don't forget. We'll remind you of the details of that in a second. We're loving the True Bright, aren't we? The white linen. It's absolutely gorgeous. We've seen different techniques with this one as well. We can see another gorgeous sample right here as well, which is just beautiful with those different inks, those oranges there. Keeping that true bright white in the background coming through. 708655 is the item number. Remember, I've got to keep saying it because you might have just joined us partway through the show. If you're going for any of the cardstock, doesn't matter what item number it is, if it's 15 by 42 centimetres, the size of each sheet, you will get those templates for the scores, for the different folds, and also the frames as well. £16.49 is the price if you're going for the white linen.
So again, I just wanted to bring a bit of that same colour onto this inside panel. So I've just used some of our Scotch tape just to mask off, because I don't want it to go over that line. I've used 2 pieces, generally because I forget where I'm supposed to be stamping and get a bit carried away. And again, I don't need this to be perfect. I'm just going to go in and add. Okay. So this is from our Poppy set.
Oh,
and this is this is the lovely words, and you can just go over that a few times.
Lovely. Scotch tape is on the screen if you want it. I know we've sold out of that many times before. It's removable, and you're getting 2 rolls of these, 2 rolls, not just the one, for £14.99. 999217 is the item number there.
And we can bring that other colour in here as well. So we're just bringing that
together nicely,
that across both, and then you'll just see that just doesn't damage that card at all. I do love a bit of Scotch tape. Could we
actually reuse that tape again?
Yeah, we could. It's just because I've got ink on it now, I'm likely to make a mess on TV. And I'd rather not. So there we go. So then I've just got a few other elements and we can bring the card together. So we've got our front panel. So let's stick that on. So we've got our front panel and our side panel done.
Okay. Is that the EVA glue?
It is the EVA glue. I think we're out of the bottles at the minute, but
what, the fine nozzle bottles?
Yeah, but they're coming back. They're coming back. So I just wanted it to be very plain on the front. I kind of wanted it to be a card that kept giving. So you kept seeing like different elements as you opened it up. So we've got that. Here again, I've just stamped birthday wishes. Again, that's from your chrysanthemum set. And I've just used a little bit of jelly roll pen, just a bit of Sakura pen to add that bit of sparkle on there. And then this is die cut from our
Your Miri H.
Miri H, correct.
Fantastic. Do you know, I can imagine this as a fold-out page in a little album as well.
So I am going to use foam tape on this.
Oh, don't forget about that bundle. That was such a good buy. With the foam rolls and the sheets as well, all in different sizes, different depths. So you've got the best of everything. Yes, you can cut them down, and you will cut some of them down, but when you've got those different sizes and options to start with, do you know, it is such a good way of buying. And you've got £5.50 off today, 325813.
I've added glue on the back, and I want it so I can just move it, so I can just put it in the right place. So you might take a little bit jiggery pokery there. There you go.
Oh, perfect. Look at that.
That'll
That is
go
so
there.
pretty.
And then again, we've just to bring that card inside. Oh, look, I've already put red liner tape on. That's good, isn't it?
You are so well prepared.
I surprise myself sometimes. So we've got red liner tape. So again, I've just on the linen card, I've just stamped a little bit of that text stamp, and then our chrysanthemum again on there, and I've used that infill technique as well.
Do you know, any of the pink frog stamps actually, just looking at that piece you've got there with the flower in the corner, you can make some beautiful note paper.
Yeah. That's so nice. Just to
Yeah.
put, I mean, I love making like little sets of notelets.
Yeah,
And
there's something about stationery, isn't there?
yeah, and some of the words we've got on the typewriter sentiments, you've got like just to know and with love and dare to dream. So if you're doing like notelet sets, you've got lots to go at there. So, and that'll go in the middle. So there you go. So from a standard trifold, we've now got our little kind of, that'll pop through.
Isn't that beautiful? And all from one piece of card with the 15 by 42, remember. Any of the colours would work actually with that design because it's the same size, but we'll remind you of a couple of the options. So the True Bright, the white linen, remember templates will come 300 GSM with this one. 1649 is going to get you 50 sheets, 708655. We'll just have another look at Claire's card as well, using this particular option. This is beautiful. Just while we've got it on camera, Claire, you just open that up again so we can see right the way through this can.
So that opens and then it opens again.
Oh.
So I just wanted it to just keep giving, really.
And it does. And again, I've got to point out how beautifully crisp that white is.
It's lovely to work with, it really is.
Gorgeous.
Absolutely
you need
beautiful.
some of that brand new today, 708655. Right, Misty Grey. Oh my word, you need to be quick on this one. Once it's gone, and we've gone limited stock on this one now. You can see how it picks up the gorgeous colour, that gold fleck in there. It's the same both sides again. So if you want to turn it either way, you can. You're not worrying about, have I got it the right way, have I got it the wrong way? If you want to tear into it, if you want to bend it or roll corners, you can do that. Another good weight, it's 260 GSM this time. Templates will apply, £12.99 is the price. Multi-buy on that one, well, we've got £5 saving actually, because when it's gone, it's gone. You probably kick yourself if you want to make something, maybe a batch making, or it's just going to be a firm favourite. Yes, well, why don't I get some more? 840108 is the item number there. Then the ice gold, same thing applies again with the size, also with the templates. Let's have a look at the details though, because the GSM can vary a little bit. 260 GSM is the weight of this one. You're getting those 50 sheets again, £12.99 with a £5 saving, 075077. You can really see that beautiful shimmer there, how the light is catching as we've got that rolled over. Gorgeous. Right, we're going to go to the crystal as well, because it's nice. I'll make this flop over again, won't I now? But let me just bring one of these in again, just so you can see the difference. Then if you want to go for both, you can. So I'm bringing in the one that we've just seen. If I put that now behind, so the one in front is the ice crystal. You can see it's more creamy, because the name might make you think, I would have expected that to be lighter or, you know, a little bit whiter, but you can definitely see the difference. Very pretty colours, actually, because the white works so well, but sometimes you want that sort of off-white, don't you? And personally, I'm not so keen on the really creamy yellowy ivories and creams, and that is such a pretty soft colour, and I think blush pink would work well with that, navy blue would work well with it, so you've got lots of options. All your browns would go with that very well as well. You know, it's entirely up to you. That orange on the card that we can see works beautifully. 604165 is the item number. It's another new today, and 250 GSM on that one. And we can't leave without reminding you about the black as well. You can't not go for this one. Look, that chrysanthemum, you are lucky if you manage to get that. Isn't that a gorgeous card? £16.49 if you're going for the true black, 280 GSM on this one. You will get those templates again, 491887. Now, you might be popping lots in your basket and maybe going for glues and everything. If you're building that basket up to £60 or more, you know what you can do, don't you? If you don't, we're going to tell you right now. What is Flexi Order? When you place an item on FlexiBuy in your basket, you qualify for Flexi Order, which means any other items you add to your basket will also be included in your FlexiBuy payments. So you can spread the cost over multiple monthly payments. After your first payment is made, your entire order will be dispatched. When you add at least £60 worth of any items to your shopping basket, either online or on the phone, you'll qualify for our Flexi Order offer. This means you can spread the cost of your order over equal monthly FlexiBuy payments, offering you extra flexibility when you shop with us. Flexi Order, making your shopping experience with the craft store easier. Lots of flexes in that advert, isn't there? Flexi, flexi, flexi. But it's very, very useful, isn't it, that flexi basket? Use it to your advantage. Right, OK, let's just show you the details again on the screen there for the true bright white. I think we've got time for another demo. Don't know if we're going to use that or something else, but we'll ask Claire. Claire, we can squeeze one more in, I think.
Right, let's do a double gatefold, but we'll show you how to cut it so it gives you a bit of a funky. Again,
that sounds brilliant. Like the sound of that.
So we're going to follow the instructions, which says fold at 7 and 14, or score at 7 and 14, and the same on the other side.
Okay.
So at this point, you have got a lovely, bring that in and over and in and over. And actually, I'm going to do it the other way so that I get my beautiful linen on more panels. So I've got the linen on the front, okay?
Okay.
What I'm also going to do is I'm just going to mark this on each side at halfway. So as it's 15, it's 7.5. And then we're going to chop into this.
Okay.
So obviously in the instructions you've got this, and then all I've done is gone, well, let's just chop a chunk off.
Let's just chop a chunk off.
There you go.
I like that. So you're not measuring or anything, you're just literally going for it.
I've measured to half, so I've got a little notch.
Down the other side.
And down the other side to half, so it will be symmetrical, but then I'm just bringing it into that 14 centimetre fold.
Yeah.
And there you go. All of a sudden,
I see what you're doing.
You've got like a little tuxedo card, really, almost. So you've got that there. So at this point then, I've taken, it was a longer piece, I've chopped into it. So again, this is our linen. I am going to use speckled egg, but you could use any colour you like, really. So again, if you are batch making, if you're making invitations for a special birthday, a christening, anything like that, being able to, if you want them all to be the same, being able to replicate it over and over can be quite difficult, trying to get, you know, 30, 100 sheets of something, whereas with this...
I can't take my eyes off these butterflies. Is that from the same stamp set as the previous one?
Yeah.
I think I might have to go shopping again, Claire.
It is a fabulous set. It's got loads of like cute little background stamps and words on it as well. So, but for this one, I just wanted something that was quite plain. Again, I wanted to let the white linen card shine through, really. But you can see I'm not doing this on a stamping platform. I'm just hand stamping it. Just give your ink just a couple of seconds just to kind of meet the card and sink in a little bit. Okay. So you'd carry on, and you've basically got a whole sheet of pattern paper, and we've done that with just one stamp out of a set and one ink pad. You could, if you wanted to, add background stamps, but I just wanted something quite clean and simple. So nice and quickly, all I've done then is cut all these into little panels. So again, I've cut them to the same size, so we've got the same angle, and these will all just pop on here. So I have matted them again onto that silver mirri. That's silver mirri H. So this will go on here.
This again is going to make such a lovely substantial card. It's going to stand beautifully because of the weight of the cardstock we've got here.
Yeah, and at this point as well, you're up to kind of 3 layers as well, because you've got your base layer, your stamped layer, and your matting layer as well. So just some of our red liner tape. This is the thicker one, the 12mm, and you'll see that that'll just line up along there.
Oh, when you separate that, I mean, that background looked beautiful as it was, you know, just see all the butterflies, but once you start to separate it down with that little bit of a border, it's just so elegant again, isn't it?
It is, and it's just sometimes you can't find the pattern paper you want in the colour you want, so basically just make your own. Oh, I've put them on the wrong side, haven't I? Yeah,
why?
They should have been on the outside, but they can go on the inside today. That's what I got. I thought I was all going far too well.
Well, there isn't a right and wrong. It's whatever you
No, and you know what? We
prefer.
can find a solution to that, and I think that's what's always important. Is it is card, have a play. So this I've actually put through my printer, and I have only got a little normal desk jet printer. So I've printed this and then stamped a couple of butterflies.
It looks as though those butterflies have been printed as well.
Yeah.
So they're like a watermark in the paper.
So we'll pop that on there, and then...
You see, I don't think you've done that wrong at all, Claire. I think that looks lovely. You
think
just
that-
need to make a couple of extra ones.
Yeah, I think you just put a couple of panels in there, or we could stamp our background stamp on there, it'd be fine. But I'm going to leave it as it is for now. And then again, I've just done, because I thought it'd be quite nice to hold it together, to have a little belly band. And to do this, all I've done, again, it's just a strip of our stamped out card. Now to do this, I could measure it and score it, but for some unknown reason, every time I do that, it's never quite right. I think it's like the stretch in the card.
Yes.
So I do it manually. I just bring it round and line it up. And
Well, it's
I
like
will...
when you fold 2 pieces of card together, they will never lay flat because one's got to compensate for the other.
So
and it doesn't.
if I've tried it, I've done different measurements, and every time I do, it's just never quite right. I'm never happy with it. So instead, this is the way I do it. If your measuring's better than mine, I'm happy. There you go. So I'm going to bring that over. I should have put a silver bit underneath it, but there you go. That we'll have it like that.
Beautiful. Oh, you could put a little butterfly, a stamped butterfly,
Do you
could go
think?
over that join if you wanted. You could have the join at the front, couldn't you?
Somewhere.
Have you got one?
Like that one.
Oh,
And there should be a silver piece somewhere for it to go on. But you know what? It'll just go on there. And actually, we will use one of our foam pads. I'm just going to cut a little bit off there so it doesn't stick to anywhere it shouldn't. And because I'm putting this on something that I want to move, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it onto the bottom piece, so I know it's not going to stick anywhere it shouldn't. I did have a lovely little matten layer for that, but you know what? Let's go like that.
oh.
And there you go. So there, and that will stand.
Very nice
and then that'll
indeed.
just
slide that down, and we'll
slip
have a look
off,
at it. Oh, it's glory on
and
the
then
inside.
it will
Look
stand
at that.
like that.
Is See, it's well worth putting those panels on the inside, Claire, because that's how you're going to
I think
see
they
it
look
stood
better
out.
that way.
I do as well.
Thanks, Kathryn.
Yeah, definitely. Yes, you're going to leave it stood up like that, aren't you? That's how you're going to see it. Beautiful work. Yes, if you want to go for the true bright white linen, I'll give you one final reminder for this hour. It's unscored card because you get all those templates to do those different folds, those different frames as well. If you want to cut them down for matting and layering, you can. There's no options. No options. There's loads of options there for you. £16.49. Brand new today, 708655. The Misty Grey, oh my goodness, we are so limited on this. You need this checked out of your baskets very, very soon. Otherwise, you are going to miss out on this one. £5 saving. When it's gone, it's gone. We're not going to bring it back. Not today anyway. There's definitely no more stock. £12.99 is the price. 840108. Absolutely love, love, love that. Staying with that lovely shimmery effect. Of course, we've also got we've got the gold for you, haven't we? The ice gold. So this is the whiter of the two that we're going to see next. That beautiful shimmer. It looks like satin. It looks like the wedding dress. You know, when you've seen it made in satin and it flows beautifully. £12.99 is the price on this one. Another £5 saving, 075077. Multiple uses for that again. All templates, as a reminder, yet again, with the 15 and 42, so it applies on that one. Moving along, we've got the ice crystal, so a little bit more of an ivory colour, maybe a little bit of an off-white, this one, but it's got that beautiful fleck in there, that little sort of crystal detail in there. 50 sheets. You're getting the templates on this one also, 604165. Another £5 saving there, 250 GSM on this one. So do check those GSMs, they vary slightly depending on the cardstock that we've got. And then, yeah, do you know, even if it's not my favourite, I would not be without the True Black. You need to make sure you're stocked up on this one. It is an essential. 280 GSM, 1649 is going to get you 50 sheets. With those templates, once again, 491887. Now, don't forget, I am looking at the clock now, you have about 3 minutes after we've gone off air to check your baskets out on the happy hour deals. You must check them out before the price goes up. So 2 o'clock on the dot, you're going back up to £23.99, which is a great price, but why pay that? You can get 2 lots here, 2 lots for that price, because you're saving £12, it's half price. £11.99 is going to get you 40 A4 sheets. It's a lovely 260 GSM, and it's your Mirror H, so you've got that really fantastic reflective coating there. Gorgeous. I'm going to dazzle everybody. 100526 is the item number on that one. We've got another happy hour deal for you as well. Never miss out on the Super Smooth. Use it for multiple reasons. Always a great buy, but look at this, another £5 saving today. £16.98 is going to get you 160 sheets. This is 300 GSM. 617168 is the item number. Now, we also have in the Super Smooth the 15 by 42, so the templates will come with this one as well. Only £12.99 for 75 sheets, 531355. Do check the website for all of the glues, the tapes, the foam pads, everything else, those consumables, the red line, it's all going to be there. Claire, thank you very, very much. Did we get 4 different demos in there?
Got 3.
3. Was it 3? Seemed like more. Seemed like more. Great techniques though. Stay with us. Much more to come. The menu will follow. Thanks, Claire.